Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at a vast expanse of untapped potential. It's as though the entire world's possibilities lie before you, just waiting to be explored. But something holds you back. Something tells you that you can't do it, that you're not enough. That voice, the one that says you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, has been with you all your life. But what if I told you that voice is wrong? What if I told you that within you lies everything you need to become the hero of your own life? That's exactly what Brian Johnson uncovers in his book Arete. Activate your heroic potential. What if greatness isn't something you have to chase? What if it's something you can unlock from within? What if the true secret to fulfillment isn't in success as the world defines it, but in embracing your own heroic potential, living a life filled with purpose, integrity, and joy? In Arete, Johnson shares with us the Greek word arete, a concept from ancient philosophy that speaks to the idea of excellence and virtue. But Arete isn't just about being good at something. It's about becoming the best possible version of yourself, mind, body, and soul, moment by moment, in every decision, every action. The journey toward becoming the best version of yourself isn't about perfection. It's about showing up again and again, striving to be better than you were yesterday. It's about living with intention, courage, and heart, no matter the circumstances. But how do we get there? How do we become the heroes we're capable of being? That's where this story begins. Chapter 1. Discovering the ultimate game. The first step, according to Brian, is recognizing the game you're playing. In the hustle of modern life, it's easy to lose track of what really matters. So many of us wake up each day and follow the motions: work, eat, sleep, repeat. But when we step back and look at the bigger picture, we realize that we're actually playing a game. The question is, are we playing the right game? You see, if we're not careful, we can fall into the trap of chasing success for the wrong reasons. Many of us define success through external markers: money, status, accolades. But these are fleeting. They don't provide lasting fulfillment. The true ultimate game isn't about achieving external goals. It's about living a life of meaning and purpose. Brian introduces us to the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, who argued that the meaning of life is to live in accordance with our highest potential. This is where Arete comes into play. The ultimate game, Johnson explains, is to live a life that aligns with the best version of yourself. It's about making conscious choices based on your highest virtues and values. It's about asking yourself, what does living a good life truly mean to me? Once you recognize that life is a game, you have the opportunity to take control and play it intentionally. You stop reacting to the world around you and start taking proactive steps to move toward your goals and dreams. The first step in activating your heroic potential is deciding to play the ultimate game, and to do so with purpose and passion. Chapter 2. The heroic mindset. Now that we know the game we're playing, the next step is to build the mindset needed to succeed. This is where the concept of the heroic mindset comes in. Heroes aren't born, they are made. They don't wait for the perfect circumstances or for life to hand them a victory on a silver platter. Heroes are defined by their mindset, their ability to face challenges, rise above adversity, and keep going even when things get tough. Brian Johnson emphasizes the importance of anti-fragile confidence, the kind of confidence that doesn't crumble in the face of failure or hardship. This confidence is built on experience, effort, and a deep belief in your own ability to adapt and grow. Anti-fragility is the idea that the more you face challenges, the stronger you become. It's about building resilience in such a way that obstacles and failures actually serve to make you stronger. It's not just about believing in yourself on the easy days. It's about showing up when things are hard. The true measure of a hero is how they face adversity. When life throws a curveball, do you shrink back in fear or do you stand tall, knowing that this is an opportunity to grow? Chapter 3. Overcoming fear and laziness. If you want to live a heroic life, there are two obstacles you'll need to confront head-on: fear and laziness. These are the twin forces that hold most people back from reaching their potential. Brian cites the wisdom of Phil Stutz, a mentor who taught him that fear and laziness are the two biggest enemies of growth. Fear paralyzes us, keeping us from taking action, while laziness lures us into complacency, making us settle for mediocrity. Think about it. How often do you feel fear holding you back? How often does that little voice inside your head tell you that you're not good enough or that failure is imminent? And how often do you listen to it? How many times have you let that voice stop you from pursuing something important to you? But here's the truth. That voice, that part 10, as Brian calls it, doesn't want you to succeed. It's there to keep you small, to keep you comfortable, to keep you safe. But safety is the enemy of progress. The only way to activate your heroic potential is to push through fear, to confront that voice head-on and choose to take action anyway. Laziness is another powerful force that keeps people stuck. We all know the feeling of wanting to do something, but feeling the weight of resistance stopping us from taking action. It's easier to stay on the couch, scrolling through your phone, than to get up and face the hard work of self-improvement. But heroes don't give in to laziness. They take action even when they don't feel like it. They understand that consistent effort, no matter how small, leads to growth. Chapter 4: The Power of Targeted Thinking. Once we understand the importance of pushing through fear and laziness, the next key to unlocking our potential is targeted thinking. This concept is simple but incredibly powerful. Targeted thinking is the practice of intentionally focusing on what you want to achieve and taking consistent, purposeful action toward it. It's about setting clear goals and sticking to them, no matter the distractions or obstacles that come your way. Think about it. How often do you let your mind wander? How many times have you found yourself distracted, reacting to whatever life throws at you, instead of being intentional about where you're going? Targeted thinking helps you cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters. It's about creating a clear mental roadmap that guides you toward your highest potential. Brian shares the example of his son Emerson, who wanted to become a chess grandmaster. When Emerson felt fear and doubt creeping in, Brian used targeted thinking to help him refocus on his goals and take action. The key lesson here is that we all have a voice inside us that tries to convince us to take the easy road, the road of comfort. But if we listen to that voice, we'll never activate our true potential. The only way to overcome it is through targeted thinking, a commitment to staying focused on your true goals no matter what. Chapter 5: Optimizing Energy, Work, and Love. To become the best version of yourself, you need to optimize the 3 core areas of life: energy, work, and love. These are the pillars that sustain everything else. Without energy, you won't have the drive to accomplish anything. Without focused work, your goals will remain out of reach. And without love, whether it's love for yourself or for others, life loses its meaning. Brian teaches us that optimizing these 3 areas isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, but doing it better. It's about simplifying your life and focusing on what truly matters. If you want to show up as your best self, you need to prioritize your energy. This means taking care of your body, getting enough sleep, and eating right. It also means managing your stress and taking time to recharge. Next, Brian discusses the importance of work. Work is the arena where we make our mark in the world, but it's not just about achieving professional success. It's about doing meaningful work that aligns with your highest values. When your work is aligned with your purpose, it becomes an expression of your Arete, your highest self. Finally, there's love. Love is the foundation of everything. Whether it's love for your family, your friends, or yourself, it's what gives life meaning. Heroes don't just strive for greatness for their own benefit. They do it to make the world a better place for others. Love fuels their drive, and it's what keeps them going when the road gets tough. Chapter 6: Mastering Yourself. At this stage in the journey, Brian Johnson introduces the concept of self-mastery. True mastery isn't about knowing everything. It's about mastering the basics, the fundamentals. It's about developing the discipline to show up as your best self, day after day, no matter the circumstances. This is where the practice of daily habits comes in. The most successful people aren't necessarily the most talented. They're the ones who have mastered their habits. They know that small, consistent actions compound over time. And that's why they show up every day, ready to give their best. Brian teaches that self-mastery is about 3 kinds of discipline: structural discipline, reactive discipline, and expansive discipline. Structural discipline is about creating the systems and routines that support your success. Reactive discipline is about learning to respond to challenges with poise and confidence. And expansive discipline is about pushing yourself beyond your limits, seeking continuous growth. Chapter 7: Dominate the fundamentals. Once we've mastered ourselves, the next step is to dominate the fundamentals of life. These are the core behaviors that support our well-being: eating, moving, sleeping, breathing, focusing, celebrating, and prospering. Brian teaches that consistency in these fundamentals is the key to living a heroic life. You can't build greatness without a strong foundation, and these fundamental practices form that foundation. Chapter 8. Activate your superpower. The final step in the heroic journey is activating your superpower. This superpower is something that lies within all of us. It's our soul force. Soul force is the energy that comes from living a life of purpose and integrity. It's the strength we draw upon to face life's challenges and to make a meaningful impact on the world. Conclusion: living with Arete. In Arete, Brian Johnson gives us the tools to unlock our heroic potential. He teaches us that we all have the capacity to live extraordinary lives, not through luck or external success, but through our internal commitment to virtue, excellence, and love. The journey toward becoming your best self is not an easy one, but it is a rewarding one. By embracing Arete, you can activate your heroic potential and live a life that's meaningful, powerful, and transformative, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. So, what are you waiting for? The world needs heroes, and it's time for you to step up and become one.